Welcome to the Community Difference, Wylie. Brought to you in part by Master Networks Wylie and powered by The Difference Media, LLC. Today's show is hosted by Caitlyn Fuessel with Elite Diamond Cleaning, Linh Heverly, Realtor with Coldwell Banker Apex, Renee Calder with Sun Ray Bookkeeping, and Marissa Page with Page Restoration. The Community Difference Wylie was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our host, co-host, and their guests share inspirational stories, experiences, thoughts, and insights about being a professional, along with the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in very special ways. Because the Community Difference Wylie starts now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Community Difference Wylie show. You see Frisco up in my screen here. I am the less attractive host, stepping in for, I think it was Caitlyn this morning, who couldn't make it to host the show. So a little bit of Back to the Future for me. I helped kick off the Wylie show, darn near a year ago. What was it, Lyndon? It's been a while.
Yeah, it was a year ago. It'll be a year ago in 3 weeks.
Wow. So time does actually fly. So it's kind of like Back to the Future. I'm back, stepping in to guest host for Caitlyn. So excited to be here. Excited to be kind of where the roots of the Community Difference shows started. And, we had at least started on the regularity. We had a few shows in Frisco previous to that. And then Wylie was kind of the flagship that really helped us launch the Community Difference show. So if you haven't seen the Community Difference show, what we're all about is really putting a spotlight and lifting individuals and groups within the community that we're broadcasting from. So in this case, it's going to be Wylie, and we put a spotlight on local business owners, entrepreneurs, community leaders, ISD leaders, and nonprofits in multiple different communities. And like I said, the Wylie show was kind of the flagship show from a, on the air on a weekly basis. What are we up to? Episode, I think I saw 67 already. So that means we've had at least 67 times, you guys can do the math, but 67 times 3 or 4 or even 5 guests per show. That's how many spotlights we've put on those community leaders. So I'm really excited to be back here, almost a year into this, the Wylie show project. So
yeah, Brian, we've had about 165 guests over the 12 months, and a little over, I think, close to 600,000 viewers or listeners based on all of our platforms in 12 months.
Wow. That is awesome. I mean, those numbers are perfect examples of why we're doing this whole thing, right? Is to put spotlights and eyeballs on the folks who are making the difference in their communities. So those are awesome numbers. I'm glad we have that data. That's super cool. So, well, hey, why don't we instead of patting ourselves on the back about the Community Difference shows, let's actually do this. Let's bring in our co-hosts and guests for today. Hello, ladies.
Hey.
Hello. Good morning.
Hi, everyone.
How are you all doing?
Hi. Good.
Amazing.
Awesome. Now I can say ladies and gentlemen, because we have a couple of the defensive coordinators from the Frisco Fighters joining us today too. So with that, guys, I just want to go around the horn, let you guys introduce yourselves, tell us what you do, who you are briefly, and then we can get a little bit deeper into that. The other thing that we do with these shows, if you haven't seen them before, we dive into a business topic of the month. The business topic of April, so we've just flipped the calendar, so we have a new business topic, and that is innovation and creativity in a local business setting. So there you go. You see it scrolling on the bottom of the screen there. We're going to dive into that in one of our later segments. But let's just go around the horn. We'll go ladies first, and we'll go guests first. So Jaime, let's start with you. Who are you? What you do?
I am Jaime Alderete. I've lived in Wylie for going on 17 years. And I am the owner operator of Monster Bride Works, which is basically I refinish and repurpose furniture. So just kind of either try to preserve memories or keep good furniture in the hands of people who want to keep them in the house or regift them, as I joke about.
Okay, awesome. Well, I think your business and your business title is going to dovetail very nicely with our monthly business topic. So I definitely want to hear the story behind all of, behind the branding, the naming, and then obviously the business model's really unique. So that's awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today. I look forward to getting to know you a little bit later in the show. Let's go with Diane next. The guest co-hosting, I guess. Diane, who are you? What do you do? I know who you are, but tell the audience.
Well, I don't know if I can follow Jaime. That is way different than what I thought your business was. So I can't wait to hear about the story about how you branded yourself. That's going to be really interesting. And that's the goal, right? To create curiosity to find out more. So I am blessed to live a life that I love the life that I live by being a nonprofit fundraiser. So I team up with nonprofits and bring solutions to the table about how easy it is to raise funds for the mission and go out and change the world, be a difference maker. So that's what I do in a nutshell. I elevate lives and empower dreams and fund hope. Nice.
Love it. Love it. Well, and you'll see Diane on the Plano show, as she mentioned, and across several other shows within the Difference community as well. So thanks for joining us today, Diane. Appreciate seeing you today.
You're so welcome. It's great to be here.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, Miss Lynn, good to see you again. Been a few months at least. So tell everybody what you do and who you are.
Well, it's been a while, and I get to follow those two. Well, I am a realtor with Coldwell Banker Apex. I do try to make people's dream of home ownership come true. I've been doing real estate for going on 12 years, and I love to work in my own backyard. I moved to Wylie in 2008, and everybody knows that year as the major housing bubble. I thought I was going to be stuck in my little itty bitty house in Wylie for forever, but then the market picked up. I'm still in the same neighborhood, and even though it's not Wylie, it's neighboring Wylie. It's Saxe, and Woodbridge is in 2 cities, 2 counties, so it's its own little town here in local to Wylie.
Awesome. Well, you are a regular co-host. It's great to see you again. And we'll go a little bit deeper into, we were talking a little bit before we came live on the air, and some of the recent challenges with realtors and the National Association of Realtors. I'm also a licensed realtor, so we share some of the same pains, different business models, but share some of the same pains. So we can air our grievances maybe a little bit later if we
that would be awesome.
Yeah. All right, cool. We might need a bottle of wine to go along with that or something.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll talk about that later. We'll push the pause button and see if we simmer down a little bit, and then we can talk about it later. And then last but not least, we have some gentlemen from the Frisco Fighters. So the Frisco Fighters are one of our lead sponsors on the Frisco show. Their head coach, Coach Andre Coles, is one of our co-hosts on the Frisco show, and they are a sponsor across the Difference. So we're bringing them on to say hello, and we'll talk a little bit in the What's Up Wylie segment, a little bit more about the upcoming game. But gentlemen, why don't you introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about the Fighters, and then we'll get into it a little bit later in the show.
My name is Snoop Blackman. I'm a co-defensive coordinator with Malcolm.
Malcolm Goins, co-defensive coordinator with Snoop. I handle the run game, the front four, and he handles the back end.
Yeah, I'm primarily the DBs, half linebacker. He handles the linebacker sometime as well, but primarily I handle the back end with the DBs.
Well, I'd have to say you guys kind of fit the look of what you're coaching. Malcolm, you look like you're a DB coach, and or no, yeah, Snoop, you look like the DB coach, and Malcolm, you look like the line coach. So
Yeah.
I can't see your full body, but you guys look like you're coaching the right parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a former DB. He's a former D lineman. So
there we go. That makes
Snoop,
sense.
hey Snoop, where did you play college ball?
University of Tennessee at Martin.
Okay,
Cool.
We actually played against each other.
We actually played against each other in college. Yes.
Is
where'd
that
you
right?
play, Malcolm?
Austin Peay State University.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Cool.
Yes.
Now, did you love or hate each other when you played against each other? Well, you weren't
Honestly,
going straight up, heads up.
No.
No.
We honestly just found out that we played against each other once we started coaching here. I wasn't aware that he was at Austin Peay until we started coaching here. And but yeah, I mean, if we'd known each other back then, it would have been lovely. But yeah, we just met each other now with coaching. So,
Yeah.
but you know, my team still got the upper hand on him back in college.
You can't take away the bragging rights. That's
I rub it in his face all the time.
There we are.
Love it. Well, hey guys, like I said, we'll dive a little bit into this week's upcoming game. I think you got another home game, so 3 in a row. Looking forward to that. So we'll talk about that on the What's Up segment. With that, Landon, why don't we give some love to our sponsors? We'll hit the commercial break and then come right out with the What's Up Wylie segment.
The community difference Wylie is made possible by Paul Fisher with Certainty Home Lending, Close with Certainty, Brittany Welch with Boards by B. It doesn't get any cheddar than this. Melissa Mancini, owner of Melissa Mancini Photography. Don't let your babies grow up to be JPEGs. Caitlyn Fuessel with Elite Diamond Cleaning. Your house is a diamond, let's get it out of the dust. Angela Tucker with Coldwell Banker Apex, here to help you discover your real estate dreams and build wealth through all stages of life.
And by Terra Padilla with Texan Window Cleaning. Don't let dirty windows be your pane in the glass. The North Texas Community Difference Wylie. Together, we can make the difference.
And now back to the show. What's up, Wylie?
All right, there's our sounder. What's up, Wylie? This is a segment where we kind of go around the horn and talk to you, tell you about, inform you about anything going on in Wylie. And we're not talking about just the things that if you're Googling What's Up Wylie on the internet that's going to pop up. These are usually things that, I mean, some of them are going to be well advertised, but some of these also may be a little bit under the radar. So let's start with Lynn. I know you've got some things you want to talk about. Go ahead and take it away.
Well, I kind of have a list because I wasn't sure how today was going to go.
Hey, fire away.
Okay, so where we have our meeting at Herman Marshall's, they've got a Wednesday night trivia night at 7 p.m. On Thursdays, they've got poker night at 7. Friday and Saturday, they've got live music at 7. And Angela, she is one of these, I guess she allows us to use her space. So we get to have our meeting there at Herman Marshall in downtown Wylie. And then Janie, she's a member, and her location is at Wylie Nutrition, and she's hosting a paint and sip. So they'll be making a spring door hanger there. And if you go to her Facebook page and, don't have anything to do on a Friday on April 12th between 6 to 9, you can register for that. This is one of my favorites. It's the Taste of Wylie. That's in May, but you get to taste all of the local restaurants for a small fee. I believe it's $15 for adults, $10 for kids. But you get to go around and taste all this great food that they bring out. And then, of course, you've got the Wylie eclipse. Or not the Wylie eclipse, the total eclipse.
Well, it'll be in Wylie too, right? You can claim it. Go ahead. That's
yes,
cool.
It's the Wylie eclipse. There is a watch party at Landon. So they will have glasses with your first glass of wine. So you can sip and watch the total eclipse.
Awesome. Well, there's no shortage of things to do. And
Yeah.
I love the fact that Wylie has now across the world claimed that it is the Wylie eclipse. So
It's the Wylie eclipse. You can see it right here in Wylie.
let's go. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you, Lynn. Appreciate all those.
Hey, Brian, here's the Wylie eclipse.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. There we
I
go.
love our dad joke memes that we pop in there every once in a while. All right, Diane, I know you've got a few things you want to talk about.
I got to tell you, I saw Snoop back there laughing at your bad humor. Oh, Lord.
It's not bad humor if they laugh. It's not bad humor.
It's funny. It's funny that they're entertaining you with laughing. And hey, that's all good. That's all good. So since I'm the co-host, one of the co-hosts and proud co-hosts of the Plano show, and was invited on this show today, which is a great honor because I love Wylie. But I have an event that I would love to share with you that's happening in Plano. And hopefully Lyndon can put that up. He's the master of production in the background. But one of my ministries that I help, one of the nonprofits that I help is called Choose Love. And so it's going to be April 12th, which is Friday night, next Friday night from 7 to 9 p.m. here in Plano. And the proceeds, let me tell you just a short little snippet, if I may. It's going to support the school initiative. So role models and encouraging students to follow and the teachers to teach the 6 basic principles of how we should end up living our lives and learning about. And the 6 principles are honor, respect, compassion, kindness, patience, and responsibility. And the really cool thing about this initiative is that the police departments in each city are going to be involved with teaching the honor and respect principles that we should all be part of and backing the blue and protecting us. So what's really cool about this, yours truly is going to speak for a few minutes about paying it forward and how easy it is to be a difference maker and get out there and impact lives and get behind a nonprofit. We're going to have my dear friend Jill Miller, who's a singer-songwriter, and she creates and writes Christian music. So she's going to sing a little bit of Christian music for us. We have a local musician, Corey Brooks, who is part of our network. And he also is a musician and performs at private functions. So you'll get to come out and hear Corey speak and sing as well. And Jean McGuire, and this is the last thing I want to say, Jean McGuire is our keynote speaker. Jean McGuire was convicted of a murder that he did not commit, and he served 34 years, 9 months, and 15 days in prison. Wow. And one day, the DNA proved him innocent, and he was released. So I want to tell you that it's going to be an evening of stories and music and inspiration, but to hear his story of going from where he was to redemption just through his faith in God is worth coming out. And the tickets are only $10 to support this ministry. So I do hope to see all of you there. I believe that if Lyndon's able to put that up, it's chooseministry.com/tour, TOUR, where you buy the tickets online. Thank you.
There it is right there on the screen. No, that sounds like a fabulous event. All right, there's your info, guys. Thank you, Diane, for sharing that. And, everybody start ordering your tickets. Let's go. There it is, chooseministry.com/tour. All right. Jamie, I don't know if you have anything to share. If you don't, that's totally fine. You're our guest. But if you do, this is your time that you have to share it.
Well, it's April, so I would say for anyone who's in and about Wylie, even families or people who've moved here who don't have kids, April is the month where all the schools have their carnivals and their events. And if I had known, I would have compiled a list of like all the vendor shows that some of the high schools are having for fundraisers for their various organizations. But one that I know for sure in my brain is tomorrow is our elementary school, Dot Elementary, where I've had my kids since 2010. They are having their school carnival and silent auction as well. So I would just encourage everyone to go out. I believe it starts at 6 o'clock and it's only for 2 hours, but they're having fried Oreos, and that's always a big smash.
You had me at fried Oreos.
Fried Oreos. I should have led with that, right?
Hey, save the best for last. That just hooked me. I love it.
All right, good deal.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Jamie. Appreciate you sharing that. One more thing on Wylie that I want to mention, because I was there yesterday. The Wylie Chamber of Commerce is a great organization. I had my first interaction with that group yesterday, as did Diane, and most importantly, Lyndon, our creator behind the scenes. He was he had a showcase during the meeting in the morning, and then he was honored with the ribbon cutting ceremony shortly after. So wanted to give a shout out to the Wylie Chamber of Commerce, obviously to Lyndon Wilson, but congratulations on that, Lyndon. And more importantly, I think during the showcase, Lyndon asked a question in the room. There's probably about 50, 60 people in the room. He asked a question, hey, please raise your hand if you've been on or been a part of the community difference. And literally 3/4 of the room raised their hand. I was shocked, but it was a testament to the involvement of all the small business owners, entrepreneurs, community leaders in Wylie, working together and working with the difference to make this show happen. So, and then obviously a lot of other things happen too. So I just wanted to mention that because I thought it was a pretty cool event yesterday. But that's my What's Up Wylie, even though I live in Frisco. Lyndon's going to be quiet back there and not.
It was a great way to start the day. I didn't know what to expect. I've been a member of the Plano Chamber of Commerce for years. And I love Wylie because Wylie is just that tiny little sleepy town. And every time I go to Wylie, I love just walking up and down the street and looking at all the local businesses and how they are what makes it happen. Big corporations don't make it happen. Big corporations, you might think, run the country, but it's us little guys. I don't call us little, I call us local and mighty. And it was just, it was so refreshing to see everybody in that room so supportive of each other. And like Brian said, when 3/4 of the room raised their hand about being either a guest or a co-host or a sponsor on the Community Difference, it was a true testament, like Brian says, to who Lyndon really is, and why he started the Community Difference, and how that all came about. So maybe Lyndon will share that with us.
Well, first of all, Brian and Diane, thank you for the very kind words, but I don't see any of that as really being me. I had a vision, and I started trying to put people together that would share that vision and build a community show within the community. And that's what kind of touched me yesterday, was seeing those people as not only the community of Wylie, but the part of the community show itself. And Diane, you're right. The small businesses are the backbone of our country. They really are. They're what makes the world go round. If you didn't have small businesses in a community, no large business would come there, because it would not be the type of economy they would need to sustain. And we have the smallest budget for marketing and advertising. That's why I love working with, I'm going to give a plug, but I love working with the Frisco Fighters. They love working with area businesses, small community businesses, and we want to be able to support each other, because it goes back to be seen, be heard, be remembered. Most businesses or entities do not struggle or fail because of a bad product or service. They struggle or fail because not enough people knew who they are, what they do, and their passion for doing it. And I think the coaches would agree with me that what they're putting out there on that field, it's so dynamic, it's so fun. These guys are professional athletes. But if our communities don't know how great it is, they won't show up to watch. once you go, you're hooked. You're hooked. You know what? I had a guy tell me yesterday, he goes, what I love about it is you don't have those long 5-minute TV commercials. It's football. You went to see football, you went to see a game, you went to see competition, and you get a full night of it. And that's what I love about it, because it and that's what you get when you look at our small businesses. It's not the corporate feel. Everybody's still important to that small business owner because they have to be. But I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank Lynn. She's been with us for a year now. And I want to thank her. Brian's been with me since day one. Diane, you've been with me for a very long time. We're building a community through the community difference of people that are committed to seeing the communities thrive and grow. And I appreciate that from y'all.
We thank you too, Lyndon.
Yeah, man, it was a good event yesterday to just recognize and realize how many people have been involved. So no, thank you for all you do, and let's just keep growing, man. That's what we're all about, and uplifting the communities. So with that, we did say that we were going to give the Frisco Fighters a little bit of love as we're talking about cross community pollination here and things like that. The Fighters, as Lyndon mentioned, is one of our lead sponsors, obviously in Frisco, but across the difference. And guys, thanks for joining. And I say Frisco Fighters, I should say the 2-0 Frisco Fighters. I was at that first game, and holy cow! I mean, it's one of those where people started turning around and heading for the doors because you guys are down by almost 2 touchdowns, or I think it might have been exactly 2 touchdowns. Pretty late in the game, you came back, forced overtime, and then won it in overtime. I wasn't able to go to last week's game. I saw the score was high, but tight too. I think one score, maybe a 8 or 9 point game. So maybe it's a little bit more than one score, but it looked like a tight game. So tell us how the season's going so far. I have a million questions for you. I know we can't spend all the time. Just a little anecdote. Lennon and I had an all sports show when we were about 1.5 years ago, and we had a sports dedicated show. So we could literally spend the next hour with you and just pick your brain on the differences of defense in the tight field versus a regular field and everything else. But tell us about the Fighters, how it's going so far. Obviously, you're 2-0, so tell us more about it.
Well, I want to piggyback on the first game that you attended first, just to say a few things about it, about the game of the indoor league. It doesn't matter how much time is on the clock. There's still an opportunity to score in this type of league. So
yeah,
you can be down by at least it's opportunity to get at least 8 to 9 points after you score, but it doesn't matter how much time's on the clock. If you just sit there and wait and just be patient throughout the entire game, as you did, but most people didn't. You got to know the game can change so fast. Like it's a small field, it's a 50-yard field, so the game changes really fast, and people score within seconds. So that's how quick. That's how quick the game is. So and a lot of people don't understand that. The people around the community don't understand that as well. How quick the game is and how fun it is, especially for kids. Kids love it. But yeah, I wanted to pick it back off that first. That the game is pretty fast. Like people score. It's supposed to be a high scoring game. Yeah. Just to be honest, it's supposed to be a high scoring game. I played with teams that we have shut people out where they had 0 points or less than 10 points. Like I played with teams like that, but it's supposed to be a high scoring game so that, the fans can enjoy the game. I mean, not everyone wants to see a shutout, but in the NFL maybe, but this league is
you guys do.
As defensive coordinators we do, but we also understand that it's a high scoring game. People are going to get scored on. Coverages are going to get busted. It's going to happen. It just depends on how's your reaction to it with the next play. Like, are you going to come back and try to make a play the next time, or are you going to pout? Because if you pout, next thing you know, you'll go out and get scored on again. So And we have seen that.
Brian, I got a question for Snoop. So
Yeah,
being an old defensive, and when I say old, I mean old. Old defensive back and a defensive back coach. I coached for 14 years. In regular football, right? You've got your reaction time and your makeup time. There's not much reaction time and makeup time in arena. You either get it or you miss it, right?
Yeah, it's not. I would say it's not a lot of makeup time, because if you don't react right now, it's a touchdown. I try to tell people that, like my DBs, I try to tell them that all the time. If you are not in the right position at this point in time, it's a touchdown. If a receiver is head up on you when he's running at you, it's a touchdown. Like, you are already behind. Like, you're not about to catch up with him once he crosses your face. It's an automatic touchdown. The quarterback gonna see him head up with you, and the ball is already going to be thrown. And once the receiver break, the ball is already there. Touchdown.
Right.
So yeah,
I mean, we taught and we were coached about recovery speed, and if you make the wrong step, how to get your hips turned and recover. It's too late for that, and that's what I like about it. I mean, you got to have, as a defensive back too, you got to have that thick skin, right? Because you're gonna get burned. It's not like a game. It's not like maybe Dion that never got burned for several games. You're gonna get beat at some point in this game. You just got to put it behind you and go make the next play, right?
Yep, that's absolutely correct. And I tried, me coming into the season is, when I'm working with the DBs, is that I want to put them in positions where they are going to make the play. It's like I cannot put them through drills and things like that. You know how back in the day you do drills of speed turns, or like you have to turn around and try to catch up with the receiver. If a receiver gets you turned around in this league, that's a touchdown. So it's no reason to be working on it. We got to work on just being in position the entire time.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. I mean, it obviously we're in the state of football, right? We're in Texas, but I hadn't seen an arena league game, and I'm a huge football fan, right? So it was pretty awesome to go to that game 2 weeks ago. And thanks for making it real close for me to keep me on edge. Fun too. No, it was a cool experience. And since we're on the What's Up segment, tell everybody it's not this week, right? You got an off week, I think, this week, and then you play next Saturday. So tell everybody about that game, and give us a prediction of what the score is going to be.
I don't
Score prediction.
I don't want to get caught up in the score predictions.
Go ahead and say you're going to shut them out. That's cool.
Yeah. Hope so. But we definitely hope so. We're definitely going to be working hard, and me and Snoop doing a great job of putting the scheme together to put these guys in the right position to where we do pitch a shutout.
There you go.
We have Quad Cities coming up next Saturday. Should be fun, exciting game. Quad Cities is a good team, but we feel we're better. That just should be our mindset going into every game. Just like the segment, this show, just the totality of it, and like the segment you said as far as helping out small businesses. I can relate to that personally, because I think of my coaching career as a small business. Right now, I am a small business, right? A coach no one knows of, that's in the IFL. But I feel I have a great product, and I'm putting a great product out there, but it's just getting the eyes to come see it, the marketing myself. So for me, that's why that kind of touched home for me as well. I also own a couple small businesses as well. Well, try to.
Well, welcome to the club, my friend.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, I'll tell you what. I'm one of those football fans that get upset when you let the score get too far apart. So I'm a little weird. I don't like to see my boys get too far behind. I get upset. This crazy redhead starts screaming at the team, screaming at the players, going, "Do you want me to come down there But I'm going to tell you, I've been to a couple arena football games, and I watch NFL football all the time. Never really got into college bowl for whatever reason, but if you've never been to an arena football game, oh my gosh, hold on to your hat. Right. It is so, when they say it's fast moving and intense, that is an understatement. So you definitely, anybody listening, go check out their schedule, their home game schedule next week. Saturday, I am going to be there with bells on. And you're going to be hearing Mama from the stands screaming at you if you let that score go too far.
And now we know y'all's names too, so we can be screaming at you.
We welcome it. Yeah,
come on, Malcolm.
Be sure to come speak to us after the game as well.
We will. We did last
night.
Yeah,
for sure. I love that. That's a great ad, Snoop, because you can. After the games, all the players and coaches are fully accessible. You can go down on the field, say hello, meet them, shake hands, get autographs. All the kids were down there getting autographs. That was pretty awesome. So I'm glad you said that, Snoop.
Yes.
All right. So just to make it very clear, right? It's Saturday, April 13th, Comerica Center in Frisco, 7:05 p.m. kickoff. Get there early, stay late. You can get down on the field.
Yes, sir.
Kids get autographs, all that good stuff. So
yes.
And Malcolm, I'm glad you mentioned that. You've got a small business that you're kicking off. I liked how you framed that. You view your coaching, job aspiration as a small business, and that's a great, a parallel, or that's a great comment, because it's going to fit in well with the business topic. So you guys are welcome to stick around if you want to, and we can kick around innovation and things like that in a local setting. But I like the fact that you view that as, okay, this is my small business, because we've talked on this show and across the community different shows about personal branding, and with coaching, personal branding is, and you teach that to your players in some way, shape, or form. But coaching is all about personal branding, and it's transferable, and that's how you can accelerate your career in the coaching world. So I'm glad you brought that up, because that was a pretty cool point. All right, with that, I think we're heading up against our next segment. What we'll do afterward is get a little bit more into our guest, Jaime. I'd like to get that spotlight put on you and learn your story and share that with the audience so they could, I'm intrigued personally, so I know our audience will be as well. So let's hit commercial break. We'll come back, learn a little bit more about Jaime, and we'll go from there.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
Are you searching for fast, reliable, and affordable heating and air solutions in the Wylie, Sac C, Murphy, Garland, Rowlett, Levon, Richardson, Plano, and Allen areas of Texas? Then look no further than Martin Heating and Air LLC. With over 15 years of experience, our team is dedicated to providing top-notch service tailored to your specific needs. Don't let a broken HVAC unit ruin your comfort. Call us today at 469-380-9864 or visit our website to schedule an appointment. Martin Heating and Air LLC, your trusted partner for all your heating and air conditioning needs.
JP Direct Health offers affordable health insurance solutions for individuals, families, and small businesses specializing in custom coverages to fit your needs and budget. JP Direct Health offers comprehensive benefits, including PPO health plans, accident and critical illness coverage, dental and vision, health matching accounts, along with telehealth at no cost per call. Call JP Direct Health today to learn more about how we can help you protect your health and your budget.
Do you want your home or office to sparkle? Then call Elite Diamond Cleaning today. From basic cleaning to deep cleaning, and using only the highest quality cleaning products and equipment, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Our team of experienced cleaners will work quickly and efficiently to clean every nook and cranny, taking care of all the details so you don't have to. With a variety of pricing options to fit any budget, you can be sure that you are getting the best possible price. Call Elite Diamond Cleaning today at 214-300-9876 to schedule a free estimate. Your home and office is a diamond. Let us get it out of the dust.
Frisco Fighters prepare to reach new heights at Comerica Center this spring. From competitive matchups to exciting theme nights, you won't want to miss a second of the action. Join us and experience high-scoring, hard-hitting indoor football that's fun for the whole family to enjoy. Visit FriscoFighters.com for game highlights, tickets, or to reserve your spot at the Tarmac Tailgate Party. Frisco Fighters, fly with us.
Are you looking to buy a home? The process can be daunting, but it doesn't have to be. With the help of a qualified loan officer like Paul Fisher, you can get the financing you need and get into your dream home. Paul Fisher, a direct local lender with Certainty Home Lending, has many years of experience helping people buy homes. He's knowledgeable, experienced, and he'll work with you to find the best loan for your needs. Contact Paul Fisher today to get started on your home buying journey. He'll help you every step of the way, so you can relax and focus on finding your dream home. Visit www.loansbyfisher.com or call 817-308-7361 to schedule a consultation with Paul. MLS number 2018111.
Now back to the show.
All right, welcome back. Great to see a lot of our, a lot of my old, friends when we start off the Wylie show. So good to see them. Thank you for their sponsorship and co-hosting on this show. As I said, the next segment we kind of dive into, putting a spotlight and dive into the business owners or guests that we have on. And Jaime, it is your time to shine, young lady. So tell us. Okay, I got to ask the first question, which is on everybody's mind.
Okay.
How'd you come up with Monster Bride?
Typically what Monster Bride does is I repurpose furniture, that kind of thing, right? So you take bits of odds and ends, and I can't even remember what project it was. I think I was putting a metal twin board together for a gardening center on some reclaimed wood, and I was just putting it together, and then I had some sofa legs that I was attaching to it, and I was like, to some people this might be ugly, but this kind of makes me think of Frankenstein's bride, I'm just making something. And then I started thinking, and I'm like, Monster Bride, how about that? And that's where that name was born. So I'll refer to myself sometimes as the bride or something like that, like on Facebook or my Instagram posts and all. But my husband refuses to go by the groom, so.
That's an awesome story. And
then my tagline
is awesome.
The Master Networks has really been like kind of, which is a meeting here in Wylie on Thursday that I've been going to as subs and whatnot. But everyone has a tagline, and I'm like, I'm just Jaime. And so finally I came up with one. And so our tagline is "Say I Do to Reanimated Home Decor." So if you're a 1930s horror buff, you get it.
Love it. That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. And yeah, that's a great mention of the Master Networks group. Lynn, if you want to give a little plug to that group, I've been there a few times, and it's an awesome group. So I'm glad you said that, Jaime. But Lynn, why don't you tell the audience where you meet and when and what you might be looking for?
Yeah, so Wylie in itself has grown. It is a bigger city now, but there is that small town feel, and that's where you get it at Master Networks. You see the community get together. We meet every Thursday morning at 7 a.m. No, 9 o'clock. Sorry. No, I'm so sorry. We don't meet that early. We're not that early. We meet at 9 a.m. at the Herman Marshall building downtown. And we basically, through Master Networks, I've gotten more comfortable public speaking. I met Lyndon. I don't know if I met Lyndon before that or not, but he created this group for our podcast. I've learned, I guess, to overcome some of my public speaking because I don't like being on camera. I don't like standing in front of people. I still get so nervous when that person in front of me stands up, and knowing that I'm next, I'm just like, oh my gosh, can I just not do this? Can I just be there? But it has definitely helped me, and there are some great people in there. You make friends real quick. Yeah, friends that become family too.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like I said, I've been there a few times, and you guys definitely have a good family feel to that group. So, no, thanks for sharing. And I think everybody has that. When they see the next person, you're standing up next, and you got to do something, no matter what it is. If it's in a business setting or whatever, you're like, oh,
like,
really?
no,
Do I have
just
to?
take over.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not here. Just go on ahead.
Yeah,
I started playing football because I was scared to public speak. I have a helmet on, so no one can see me.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Now I'm coaching, so I have to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You've come a long way.
Right.
And that's something that Master Networks talks about. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So hey, you know what? Good job.
It's easier to speak in front of people that you don't feel uncomfortable with. It's a lot easier. When I first started Master Networks, I didn't know any of them. So it has become easier once you make those relationships with the people in the room. And I've learned that too, even with my office, my realtor office. And I know that I can stand up to them because I've been with them for going on 12 years, and I can talk to them and they're not looking at me weird, or they know me. So it's easier to speak in front of people and create a relationship with.
Absolutely. Guys, you guys are, you might be football coaches. I still love Malcolm coming out and saying that it's a business, because it really is. It is a business. If you're not running those guys, like the refrigerator used to run. You remember who the refrigerator is. And so if you're not running it as a business, then you're missing the point. And these network groups that we're talking about, there's so many good ones out there that will get you out of your comfort zone. Because here's the thing, it's like Snoop said, you're not used to talking. You're used to playing. You're a man of action. I always used to tell my boys, don't use words. Don't bore me with your words. Show me. But when you're in business and in life, when you become an adult, no matter what you're doing, you're selling something. You guys are selling to your players. We're all moms sell to their kids every day. Eat this, wear this. I want you to go over here. And so life is about selling. And the one good thing that I can tell you guys is that when you get in a good network group, and Malcolm, we need to hear about your businesses here in a little bit, because we are seasoned veterans when it comes to building business, and we're very proud, maybe humbled, maybe, to help people and be a resource for people. And the topic today that Brian's going to get into shortly is how the role of innovation and creativity is going to be able to drive your business. We've got some ideas about that.
For sure. Well, and Jaime, let's go back to your business. I want to know. I mean, I see some cool tools in the background. How did you already have the skill set? You had to have some skill set, but how did you come up with the business?
Well, basically, our primary business, we have a small business in general with our family. We do granite countertops. So, our shop is in Richardson. So, I have a skill set in terms of using tools. I grew up with tools, helping my mom change out electrical, that kind of stuff. Lived in rental houses. You don't want to bother the landlord, so you learn to fix it yourself, that kind of thing. But being married, and then having a small business, I've really gained that. I've learned how to do basic plumbing, because I can't just wait around and be like, hey, hon, can you get this? Or, wait for a plumber. So I've done a lot of skill building that way, and everything. So what we get, you get on Pinterest, that whole what is it? Whirlpool or black hole, depending on how you look at it. And you see things that you can do. And my husband, his name's Edgar, he went and brought home a big huge French door. He's like, we could do the picture thing with this. And if you haven't seen it, it's where you convert an old French door into pictures, and you put them up. So we did that, and we're like, this is awesome. And we got a lot of interest in that. And then he started bringing other things home, and I started refurnishing, finishing, and selling. And so that kind of started it. And then just basic repairing, that kind of thing. And you learning confidence with tools, comes into your own home when you're doing just repairs and that type of thing. And so it's just been kind of growing. We have a large family. I probably started doing that 2016. And we have a large family. So my youngest is 9. And so it's just now within this past year that I felt confident to kind of go forward and be like, hey, look, I'm a business now. I really mean it this time. And, and really pursue it, and everything. So that's why when I met Brittany, who owns Boards by B, for the first time for a face-to-face with Master Networks. And I came and I was like, oh, this is awesome. Because for me, what I'm trying to get away from is from being that stay-at-home mom where, oh, she's so crafty, to like, hey, look, look at Jamie. I trust her with my furniture. She's going to do this. She has no problem getting messy. Let her do it. And I will gladly take it on.
Awesome. Well, if you saw, there was Lennon posted, somebody has commented already in the comments. There you go. So James, I'm not sure who that is. They're the anonymous Facebook user, but
thank you. So
no, that's awesome.
No, I love it.
Do you have a website that people can go to check out your work?
Not really so much a website. I do social media like Instagram or Facebook, just Monster Bride Works or hashtag Monster Bride Works. And that's where you'll mainly find the things that I do. I'm trying to get better about posting, trying to figure out how to be a little bit more creative with that. Cause furniture is kind of dry, especially since as I'm doing it, it's not that pretty posed, wonderful, beautiful pictures that you're going to see like in House or in Pinterest or designer pages. But I like it. Right now I'm working on a desk for someone that I met through Master Networks. We're refinishing her desk for her daughter, and hopefully by this weekend I'll be done. It's just a small desk. We took it all the way down, painted it beautiful lavender. We're going to put a whitewash on it. We had to replace hardware, refill some screw holes, put new ones in. Going to accent with hearts, and it's going to be good to go. It's going to be really cute, and I can't wait to post the final picture.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
So yeah, I like doing fun stuff like that. One of my friends gave me a Pinterest challenge of like a Harry Potter dresser, and I had a friend who saw that, another person who saw that, and she was like, oh, make that for me. So like the Harry Potter with the suitcases. I like doing like the fun creative stuff. I will do like your mahogany, and I will do your black ebony. And I have one friend, no matter what I refinish or I build for her, she's like, black. I want it matte black. So she's really easy. But I really like to do the fun, colorful things. If people want something different, fandoms, I love doing that because I like talking to people and hearing what they like about their fandom. What is it? Whether it's like anything from Star Trek or Harry Potter or, whatever. I want to hear about it. Because it lets you get to know that person. Then it also helps me realize, okay, what elements do I need to put in this for them? Because I'm not just going to put out a sign. I overthink it. I had a friend, she was one of my neighbors. She was like, hey, I want to make a sign for my mom. I wanted to make it like the Encanto. You guys know those houses, like in this house we do, and it goes through the Harry Potter and all this stuff. Yeah. She wanted something like that with Encanto, which is that Disney movie that's the family that with magical capabilities. So we went through all the lines. Every character had a line in there. And then I went through and I looked for fonts that related to each of those characters. So if it's a quote from Louisa, that font is named Louisa. And if I couldn't find it, it was something. But we made sure it all went together. Like I say, I overthink it, but you're going to love it when I'm done with it.
That's awesome. I need to check out your social media. I got to see the before and afters. I'm looking forward to this desk that you're working on now.
Yeah,
awesome.
I'll probably make it sound way cooler than it is, but really, like if you talk to me, like Lynn knows, you get Jamie, I want barn doors. You want barn doors? Tell me about the barn doors. I will listen and we will talk, and don't get started on scrolling. Oh, you want this kind? You want that kind? I'm serious. I will take the.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
As far as I'm concerned.
There
Sorry, my
you
phone
go.
went off.
See,
So
the phone even heard your passion. It's
yeah,
like,
I look forward to it always.
Hey, Brian.
You're so passionate. Just
It went off.
with you.
There we go.
I gotta hear more.
Oh, there you are.
Jamie, I gotta hear more about this door, this
All
French door that you repurposed.
I can't hear now.
You can't hear.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Okay, she can hear.
I gotta hear more
Everything
about
went quiet
about
after
the
that phone
French
call. Sorry.
door. The French door that you did that you turned into like a photo album. Can you hear me?
I don't think she can hear us.
Uh-oh.
No,
Jamie,
I cannot.
You can't
Jamie,
hear
can
us?
you
I
not
can
hear
hear
us?
you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. Diane was asking. She wants to hear more about the French door that inspired you to start all this.
No. No.
No.
Hold on.
No.
Can't hear.
Brian, real quick, I do want to give a shout out to Jess at Diesel Signs. She's one of our co-hosts, and she does signs and displays. And then also, how cool would it be to get Jaime to do a Frisco Fighters desk that we auctioned off?
Sure.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wouldn't
I
that be
was
cool?
going to recommend doing something Frisco Fighters, but I love taking it
think
to the
that'd be
next level in
wonderful.
auction.
Yeah.
Wow, at a game, auction it off at
Yep.
a game. Oh my
We
gosh,
could do that.
great idea. Woo.
We hear you,
Well,
Jamie.
Jamie, can you hear us?
I don't know what happened.
Can you hear us?
No.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, we're going to put that on her challenge list. Is a Frisco Fighters desk or some sort of repurposing it of something that we can auction off for charity at a Frisco Fighters game. I love that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Consider it done. All right. Well, I also did see Jenny Connolly chimed in. Hi, Jenny. I'm glad you're watching. Good to see you.
Hey, Jenny.
Hey, Jenny. I hope you're
I
feeling
can't wait to
better.
hear- I can't wait to hear about Malcolm's businesses. This is what the next segment. I can't wait to hear and maybe share some crazy ideas for him to more brand awareness.
Crazy is always good.
Yeah.
Oh, she's back. She can hear us,
Crazy is
right?
good.
Yes, I don't know what happened. I had a phone call. I'm just.
Oh,
I couldn't
yeah.
get so I apologize for all that.
You're
But
good.
I'm down
Can you-
for the desk thing or whatever. You guys want me to do a big old sign? Let me know.
Okay, cool. Well, the challenge gauntlet has been thrown, so we'll have to
You
follow
got-
up on that.
I
You've got
picked your
one
gauntlet
week.
up.
You've got
Yeah,
1
1
week.
week.
1 week to complete a project with the Frisco Fighters as the brand, whatever the
Okay.
whatever the product is, to auction off at the game next weekend.
Ooh.
Definitely.
All right.
We-
Well, then,
we
you know
met-
what? I'll see you guys. I'm going to go
She's got to
Start
go.
working.
on that.
Awesome.
Hey, I do
Well,
want
Jamie,
to. I do
thank
want to
you.
say something. I do want to say something real quick, Brian, and then I know you've got to
Yeah.
get some other things. But so Jamie does come to a lot of our master networks, and she subs, and she does a great job, and she fills in for people. But what I love about these shows is I've gotten to know more about Jamie today than ever before, and that's what I want our communities to understand about these shows is we get to see people as more than just the businesses that they do, and get to see them as a person and a passion. And I will just say, Jamie, it's been a pleasure getting to listen to you today and getting to understand more and learning more about you. And I think you're a fabulous person.
Oh, thank you. I was really nervous when Lynn invited me. But it was funny because today's lesson was actually on imposter syndrome. And I'm like, all right, time to put my, put my big girl pants on and we're going to go push through this, because I like meeting people and trying to get out of this bubble and, and that's part of growing up and growing business.
Yeah, and today, I mean, I think a lot of people were, was able to hear your passion. So I think that's going to help a lot.
I know, and probably also tell them, keep her on 30 seconds or, down
No.
below.
Well, no, and Glendon, I'm glad you said that because, our topic of the month is innovation and creativity and how we, use that in a local setting or a local business or small business. So when you're talking about the difference in the things that this whole show is about and the fact that we all got to meet you and the audience who listens to the show gets to meet you today, Jamie, that is exactly what this whole business topic is about. That's innovation, right? This is networking through a podcast. So
Right.
I was going to tease that, but I just kind of, I had to make the point since Lennon already segued to it. But we do need to take a quick commercial break to give some more sponsorship love. But on the back end, let's dive into that innovation and creativity topic as it pertains to your businesses on the local level and all of that. So go ahead and hit it, Lennon. We'll be right back.
The Community Difference is a new series of shows powered by the Difference Radio live stream and podcast network. This series of shows was designed to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. And we wanted to create a platform that brings awareness to and reminds folks of the goodness that lives within so many of us. By working with the local community leaders, business owners, first responders, veterans, schools, and citizens who want to unite with a clear and selfless purpose. The Community Difference seeks to spotlight the people, events, and activities that are producing positive outcomes, inspirational stories, and incredible experiences. In a world that is consumed with negative press, media manipulation, and propaganda, The Difference, along with many others who believe and support The Difference, understands there is no better way to make the difference than to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. We are currently searching for local communities to be the focus of our shows, but before we can launch a show in your community, we need your help. We need you along with local business leaders, chambers of commerces, major nonprofits, online community group leaders, networking groups, etc., to join us in making the difference in helping your community be seen, be heard, and be remembered. So, if you would like to know how you, your business, school, social media community, church, or your favorite nonprofit organization can be a part of this unique and powerful program, reach out to us today and introduce yourself and let us know how you would like to contribute and bring awareness to the amazing people, places, and events that are making the difference in the community you love. You can call us at 972-866-4596 or email us at info@thedifferenceradio.com.
And now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back, everybody. And so that was a good segue into the difference and the community difference and what we're all about. And like I teased on the front side of the commercial break, that's kind of what this whole thing is about, right? It's an innovative and creative way to not only do networking, but also business development. So, you know, as this world is changing and as we're, you know, social media takes or is already taken a foothold and has become a main way to drive business, you know, you got to get more and more creative. You got to get more and more innovative. And AI is another example. So all the tools that we have are certainly, you know, leveling the playing field to some degree of the folks that choose to take advantage of that. But let me ask the group, you know, from a creativity and an innovation standpoint, what tools are you guys doing? What activities are you doing that's innovative, creative, you know, that may not be bleeding edge, but if it is, let's hear it. Like, just go ahead and share if you have any ideas on that.
Well, the thing that I've done, I'm old school, so I like old school things. I miss my Rolodex. The guys are probably going, what in the hell is a Rolodex? So that just tells you a little bit about my mindset. But if you don't get up with the times and keep up with technology, you're going to be left behind. And so I realized that. And so AI has become kind of my virtual assistant. Whenever I'm wanting content, you know, since I'm not an English major and don't want to be, so I go to AI a lot of times if I want to come up with a new idea and just ask, hey, how would you say this in the Diane Cassel lingo? And so make it sound like me. Don't make it sound like you, a machine. And so AI has really helped me tremendously save a lot of time and not get all wrapped up around the axle about trying to create something. And then a digital business card. I'm telling you, I still have my old handout cards, but a digital business card is, to me, the bomb. You know, when I meet somebody, I want to send them my digital business card right when I get in the car. So I don't have all these cards stacked up on my desk like I used to that I did nothing with. I immediately put them into my database and I shoot them over my digital card. The good news is that, you know, I forget what people look like. I meet so many people. I'm blessed to meet so many people, and I'm gonna be transparent because I like to make people laugh too. If you haven't figured that out, but I go and meet somebody for a face-to-face, and I don't even know what they look like. I've met them one time, and they're meeting me for a face-to-face, and I have no clue. So I think it's important to have a digital business card, because then you stay top of mind, and then people know what you look like and they know what you do, and it just sets you apart from everybody else. And the last thing is what we're doing right here. This is innovation right here, to be on a podcast and to show the community that you live and work in, that you really do care, that you really want to be an integral part. You want to be the change that you want to see in the world, and unite communities, because that's all we got, folks. We got, regardless of what side of the fence you are on politically, and we don't talk about that, regardless, the only thing we have to look for is to God, God, and our relationship with God. And how are we going to use the gift that God gave us to serve him, and build these communities with love and connect everybody?
Amen.
Yes, ma'am. Preach, Diane.
Preach. There we go.
I will, boys. I'll see you Saturday.
No, I love that. And the Chamber of Commerce meeting, I mentioned it earlier, the one that we went to yesterday, like most chambers of commerce, they have a networking event, and it's usually weekly, and you get your little 30-second commercial or whatever the case may be. But to see the fact that, so many people had been on the difference shows that people are taking advantage of an innovative way to network, an innovative way to grow your business, right? An innovative way for business development, right? And along with that comes all kinds of other benefits. It's not just a podcast, right? It's the ability to build SEO. It's the ability. I mean, we've gone through countless examples of folks that we just type in their name in Google, and all of a sudden you're going to see video of them being on this podcast and the live stream. So all kinds of cool things there. But as far as, like, you mentioned AI, Diane, show of hands in the screen, who else uses AI on the regular? Okay, about half or so. And obviously some professions and some jobs are going to be different. Like it's going to be harder for defensive back coaches and defensive coaches to utilize AI. I mean, you got to be.
AI
I don't know. I'm about to test that theory today. I'm about.
Now I think the guys should have their cell phone, pop it out on the sidelines. When they're all,
what do we do next?
At halftime, and you're typing in AI, Snoop and Malcolm. Like, what should I tell these guys to keep going?
Right, till the AI call plays for us.
Yeah, there you go. Just turn the phone around, let it record what's been happening in the game, and say, all right, what are we running next?
Right.
Yeah.
Now you put your scouting report in,
right,
and you tell it what defenses that you have installed, and then you let it tell you which one is going to be the best defense based on formation and tendency.
Right. Right.
And
it could work.
Instead of me using my own brain.
What wouldn't surprise me is I'm guessing Lennon's behind the scenes right now, typing
not yet,
stuff
but I'm going to do it today. I've got to know. Because I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of like what Snoop said. I mean, AI allows you to use your own brain, but it will also challenge the way you perceive things.
Correct.
And so if I'm a coach, I may think, if they're going to do this is where we need to be. But what if AI came back and said, yeah, that's okay, but they could do this or they could do this.
Right.
And I think that it prompts more thinking. I think it helps us be more creative. It doesn't replace us. It just prompts more creative thinking.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Okay, so guys, I hate to do this because we are a little bit short on time, but does anybody have one more thing that they want to add as far as anything creative or innovative that they've been using or implementing or thinking about implementing in your business?
I'm not using it, but I saw today at the Master Networks. I'm just going to keep going back to that because, I can't remember who the gentleman was, but he showed up with a cup that had his QR code on the side
that was
of it.
Paul.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I thought that was really clever. Because I'm never without a cup of coffee. So now it's like, oh, well, here, just scan me.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
in terms of communication.
Brilliant.
Yes.
That really is. I like that.
Yeah, it was a really good idea. So I'm like, I don't know, might have to take that and run with it somewhere.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, guys, I mean, we literally have like 3 minutes left. Time flies when you're having fun. This has been a great show. It's been great and you know what? When we go around the horn, Malcolm, I do want you to mention your business because, again, that's kind of what we're all about here. So what we'll do here is we'll go around the horn, let everybody, again, just kind of review who you are, what you do, how to get a hold of you. So that'll kind of wrap up the show. But this has been a fantastic show. So, fellas from the Fighters, thanks for hanging on and hanging with us the entire time. It was great talking with you guys. Jaime, awesome meeting you. Such a unique business. I love that. And the fact that we're going to get something that we could potentially auction off at a Frisco Fighters game that's super unique to your business. That's awesome. So we kind of we're connecting all the dots here on one show, which is pretty cool. And of course, Lynn and Diane, great to see you ladies again. But with that, let's start with Jaime. Remind people who you are, how to get a hold of you, and we'll go around the horn.
Okay, my name is Jaime Alderete. My business is Monster Bride Works. Best way to get a hold of me is email, which is monsterbrideworks@gmail.com, or follow me on Instagram or Facebook. Say I do to Reanimated Home Decor.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Diane.
Diane Cassel, helping nonprofits meet their mission through fundraising solutions. The best way to get me is old school, my cell phone. I like to talk. 972-658-4035. Again, it's 972-658-4035.
Very good. Thank you. Lynn.
I'm Linh Heverly. You can find me on all the socials, but mainly, I was just talking to Aaron Aguilar about this. You can find me at PSA Murphy. My kids play sports, so the basketball and volleyball courts or somewhere on the soccer field. But yes, you can find me at my email address, phone number. I like to text. You can call me. I'll talk.
Awesome. Thank you, Lynn. And Fighters coaches, tell us again who you are, and then Malcolm, when you before you sign off, tell people what your business is and how to learn more about it.
Snoop Blackman. You can find me on Instagram at heavenbound_7, co-defensive coordinator for the Frisco Fighters.
Malcolm Goins. You can find me on all socials as Pass Rush on 99. That's my brand. That's my business. I teach pass rushing skills, defensive line skills, linebacker training, basically do personal training for ages from high school to the NFL. I have a couple NFL guys I've trained, just to name a few, Ed Oliver, Hassan Reddick, just a couple guys. But with my business, I like what she was saying with the QR code. I have a lot of those as far as passing out my business card and my digital business cards. So I've been grinding, trying to build this from the ground up for about 2 years now. It's finally getting to flourish. People are finally knowing who I am and what I do. I train at the Sports Academy here in Frisco. So if you have any high school kids want to get some extra training in, or college kids, or some professional guys that want to, you can find me on all socials at Pass Rush on 99.
Love that, man. That's awesome.
Nice.
We'll keep telling people about it. It's and I guess we got to wrap up because I see my info going at the bottom of the screen. I am back on the Wylie show today. It was a pleasure to be here. My name is Brian Poduska. I own a company called Real Property Management Focus. So we focus on real estate investments, so you don't have to. With that, guys, again, thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you for having us on.
I gotta say something. I gotta shout out to Jenny Connolly. You are hilarious.
If you all come to the game, don't forget to speak to us.
Yes, I haven't been
talk to
during
you
the
guys.
game, so I would love to.
I'm the hippest old school rock star, she said. And don't
All
you
right.
know
Well,
it?
on that note, it is
That's
totally the truth. Let's go. Guys, thanks. It's been a great show, and we'll see
Thank
y'all
you.
next week.
All right.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Nice meeting y'all.
Thank you for watching today's show. If you like today's show, please share, like, and subscribe, and make sure to shop, buy, and hire in Wylie. Special thanks to all the guests, co-hosts, and sponsors of the North Texas Community Difference Wylie.
Thank you for tuning in and watching our show. If you would like to see our next show, or more shows like this one, just click the QR code and go to show schedules, or just follow and subscribe to our channels to get updates and notifications of this show, and many others like it.